Hello everyone, Refresh here. Today I have for you a battle between two Eldritch Moon sealed decks and the Face the Hydra challenge deck from Theros. I will be starting on regular difficulty with 3 Hydra heads, and we'll move on to 4 Hydra heads for the second game. For this particular match, I will be using the Harvester Hero card, which will affect both players simultaneously, and it lets you draw a card and then discard a card. And I will also be using the Avenger, which for 3 mana, we can make 1 target creature gain Death Touch until end turn. Let's see how it goes. Ready? This looks like an acceptable first hand. This looks like an acceptable first hand as well. And turn 1. Let's start with a forest here and a swamp here, and we will pass the turn to the Hydra. The Hydra will play their top card, which is Nectangle. If there are 5 or more heads on the battlefield, tap 2 of them, and they don't untap. Otherwise, reveal the top card of the Hydra's library and cast. The Hydra casts that card. So there are 3. Put exactly 2 cards named Hydra head onto the battlefield from the graveyard. If you can't, reveal the top of the Hydra's library until you reveal a head card and put that onto the battlefield and the rest into the Hydra's graveyard. So we're going digging for a head. There it is, the Savage Vigor head. At the beginning of the Hydra's end step, reveal the top card of the Hydra's library and the Hydra casts that card. Okay, so we're going to reveal the top card and the Hydra will cast it. Unified Lunge will do X damage to each player, which X is the number of heads on the battlefield. There's 4 heads on the battlefield, so we'll take 4 damage each, going to 16. And then we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more damage, going to 11. And that's a pretty bad start for us. Wow. Lost all our life in one turn. Well, almost half our life in one turn. Alright, let's loot and hope that we'll do better. We have a Convolute, which is not that great, and Choking Restraints, which is also not terribly good. Let's get rid of the Convolute. Yeah, countering things is not all that impressive against this deck. And then on this side, we will drop the Ghoul Steed, I guess, because we can always just return it from our graveyard. And we'll go into our turn, draw the cards. We have a Gavinion Hallowed on this side and a Nebelgast Herald on this side. We'll play an island here. The only creature we can play is a Primal Druid. We'll do that. On this side, we will play the Plains, and we will... I guess we could deadweight something, but it almost doesn't matter because we can't hit anything. So let's just hold out then. Hopefully we won't die the next turn. Alright. It is the Hydra's turn. The Hydra will draw and cast this card, which is each player exiles a creature he or she controls until the Hydra's next turn. When a head leaves the battlefield, return the exiled cards to the battlefield under their owner's control. So Primal Druid is exiled by the heads, and will return if we can kill a head the next turn, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. We're going to 6. And then it is our turn. Let us harvest. We got a land here, which we want. A Docent of Perspection, which is nice. I don't know if we're going to get around to casting it anytime soon. So let's drop the Docent and untap. And draw. We got a swamp here and an island here. Let's go ahead and play the forest, and then we will play the swamp on this side. We should definitely cast the Cathar's Companion on this side, and Nebelgast Herald on their turn, so that we can tap ahead to keep it from doing damage the next turn. Okay, so that'll be that. It'll go back to the Hydra's turn. The Hydra will draw a card and play it. Oh, we forgot to cast this, so on the last turn because of this. So we're actually down to 5. And then the Hydra will draw a card and play it. Player exiles a creature he or she controls until the head... So this is permanently exiled now. This is also exiled unless we can kill a head this turn, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. We will flash in this Nebelgast Herald and use it to tap down the Savage Vigor head. And then the Savage Vigor head will trigger another cast, which is put exactly 2 cards named Hydra Head from the battlefield. There are no Hydra Heads. So then we will reveal until we can find another head, put it on the battlefield. There it is. We will both take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage and die. So the Hydra Head wins on regular difficulty with not really much struggle. Wow. Brutal defeat. Alright, on to game 2. I have traded out the Avenger for the Hunter, which you can tap to give a target creature +1/+1 until end of turn. And I've decided to go on to 4 heads difficulty despite the brutal loss of the first round. And let's see how we go. 4, 3, 4, and 3. We have 2 lands, 1 castable spell, some potential fodder for draw discard. We have a bunch of lands, some castable spells, including a Rancid Rats, which is amazing. So let's go for this. Let's see how it goes. And turn 1, we will play an island here and a swamp here, and we will go to the Hydra's turn. The Hydra will play a Ravenous Brute Head and hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, so we're at 14. It is not the worst start. Okay, we're gonna loot, draw and discard. We have drawn a Pourer of Pages here and a Ghoul Caller's Accomplice over here. On this side, we're gonna ditch the Drownyard Temple. We can just get it back. And on this side, we're gonna ditch the Convolute. Well, probably the Pourer of Pages actually, because that's gonna take a while to get to. Okay, starting the next turn, we will draw. We have Skurstag Supplicant on this side and Docent of Perfection on this side. We will cast the Forest, and then we will play a Duskwatch Recruiter on this side. And then on this side, we will play the Shiny Foil Plains and play the Rancid Rats. And let's see what we have from the Hydra. The Hydra will cast... Players cannot cast spells until the Hydra's next turn. Okay, that's not great. We'll be taking another 6 damage to go to 8. And we will loot. Draw. We got a swamp on this side and a forest on this side. We definitely need the land. Docent's going to be a while to cast, so we'll ditch the Docent. On this side, we will ditch the Skurstag Supplicant, which is less useful against these guys. And let's see what we get for our turn. Draw a card. We have Drownyard Explorers on this side and another swamp on this side. We will play a forest on this side. We'll play a swamp on this side. And then we're going to go into attacks. The Rancid Rats will attack the Ravenous Brute Head. The Duskwatch Recruiter will attack a Hydra Head. And we will tap the Hunter to give it +1/+1. So that it is a 3/3. Both of these will die by Death Touch and regular. It's 3 damage, which means that we will gain 4 life total to go up to 12. And then we'll both get to draw 1 card. We have an Ulvenwald Captive and a Plains. On this side, I think we're going to, or actually maybe we play the Ulvenwald Captive just to get the mana up, just in case we need it. Alright, so we'll tap both of these and play the Ulvenwald Captive on this side. And on this side, for 3 mana, we will play the Thraben Foulbloods, which should be able to take out 1 Hydra Head a turn. I forgot that we have to show 4 cards to see if we have any new heads. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, no new heads. So that is the end of the player's turn. It is now the Hydra's turn. The Hydra will draw and cast the top card, which is each player may sacrifice a creature. Each player who sacrificed a creature can tap a head. Each player who didn't will lose 3 life. I think we can afford to lose the 3 life this time because I think we're on a roll. So let's go ahead and lose 3 life. This takes us both to 9. And then we will take another 3 damage from the 3 Hydra heads to go to 6. This is a risky play, but I think it will pay off because we have board advantage right now. Alright, now we will loot before our turn. We have an island, which we need, and a Subjugator Angel, which is a bit on the slow side. Actually, we'll ditch the Blessed Alliance, because it's not as useful against this particular opponent. Okay. And we will ditch the Convolute on this side. Okay. And then we'll go into turns. Untap. Draw. We got good. We got mana on this side, mana on this side. Let's go ahead and play the island. On this side we'll play another plains. And then I think it's time to go into attack mode. So we will attack with all three of these creatures. The Death Touch will kill one. This will be pumped by the Hunter to make it a 3/3 to kill this one. The 3 of Foul Bloods will finish off the last one. And then we will gain 6 life apiece to go back to 12. And we will show 6 cards to see if we have any new heads. Six. 3 new heads. And they're some really nasty ones. Okay. Let's cast some more things then. Let's see. On this side, we can cast both the Graph-Rats and the Ghoul Caller's Apprentice. So let's do so. So we can have more death-dealing potential on this side. And on this side, we can cast... I think we cast the Niblis of Frost. And tap down. Alright, we'll just cast it because it's a big body. And hopefully it'll get us there. And then we will pass to the Hydra's turn. Alright, we could die here. Let's see what happens. First thing, we take X damage, which is 3 based on the number of heads, so we're at 9. And then the Savage Vigorhead will cast another spell at the end step. We can't cast spells until the Hydra's next turn. And then we will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to go to 4 apiece, which is also pretty bad. And then we will loot. Hopefully get something better. We have an island on this side and a swamp on this side. I think we have too many lands on this side, so we'll ditch one of these swamps. On this side, yeah, I guess we can ditch a land. Let's get rid of a forest because it looks like we're blue heavy right now. And let's go into turns. I don't think it's too bad, despite the fact that it looks kind of bad, because we can do a lot of damage this turn. Or we can kill a lot of heads this turn. Alright, we'll do a main draw. We have a plains on this side, and an explosive apparatus on this side. We cannot cast spells this turn, so we won't. But we have activated abilities. So, let us go ahead. The Rancid Rats will finish off the Savage Vigorhead. The Thrabin Foulblood will attack the Hydra Head. The Niblis of Frost and the Graph-Rats and the Ghoul Caller's Apprentice will finish off the Ravenous Brute Head. And that will be that. All 3 of these die. We gain 8 life and draw 2 cards. So we're back up to 12 again. Thank goodness. And we draw 2 cards apiece. There's 1 and 2. Okay, let us activate this ability since we can. So for 3 mana, we will look at the top 3 cards of the library, and if there's a creature card, we'll put it into our hand. We have the Shrill Howler and the Bloodbriar. Let's take the Howler, which can do more damage, and put the rest on the bottom of our library. We did not cast any spells this turn, so it will flip on the beginning of the next turn. So let's pass to the opponent's turn, and let's see what the Hydra has. The Hydra will draw this card, and it'll play... Oh wait, we've got to do 6 heads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And the Duskwatcher creature transforms. Right. Okay. They'll cast the top card, which is Destroy Target Head. If it was Elite, they take an extra turn. We're just going to destroy a Hydra Head. gain 2 life to go to 14. And we'll show 2 more cards. There's none. At the end step, we will go ahead and flash in this Nebelgast Herald for 2 mana, because we can, and it will tap ahead. We will take 1 damage each to go to 13. And then we will loot the Harvester, drawing an Enlightened Maniac on this side and a Swamp on this side. Again, we're flooded with mana here, so let's go ahead and ditch a Swamp. And on this side, let's go ahead and ditch, I don't know, Explosive Apparatus seems kind of weak, so let's get rid of that. And then let us go into our turn. Draw. We have a Choking Restraints on this side and a Sleep Paralysis on this side. Don't really like the Sleep Paralysis. Let's go ahead and play this island. Let's go ahead and play this swamp. I think we can wipe out the opposition here without much trouble. So let's go ahead and we'll attack with the 3/2 to kill 1 head. And we'll attack with, the Ghoulcaller's Apprentice, pumped up with the Hunter to kill both of the heads. 2 heads are dead. We'll gain 4 life apiece to go to 17. And then we will show 4 new cards. 1, there's the Shrieking Titan head. 2, the Ravenous Brute head. 3 and 4. So we have some big bad heads right now. Let's go ahead and cast some spells, since we can. Let's cast the Briar Bridge Patrol. Seems good. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will cast the Shrill Howler will cost 2, 3, and 2. Yep. Go ahead and cast that. And that's going to flip the Crawling Horde Howler, because I cast 2 spells on this side. On this side, we will cast the Subjugation Angel, I guess, because it does some good damage. When it comes into play, these 2 are tapped. It won't matter, because they'll just untap the next turn. But it's a good start. Alright, let's see what the Hydra has. Hydra will draw and play, or will untap, and then we'll play this. We'll put exactly 2 cards named Hydra Head from the graveyard onto the battlefield. There's 2. 1, 2. And that's it. Then the Hydra's end step effects. So Shrieking Titan Head will force each player to discard a card. On this side, we'll go ahead and discard Sleep Paralysis, which is fairly useless. On this side, we'll discard one of these swamps, because we have more lands than we need. By the way, we have 3 card types in this graveyard, so no Delirium yet. Alright, and then we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage apiece to go to 11. Looks like the Hydra swinging the game back around. Alright, and let's loot. We have a Chilling Grasp on this side and a Plains on this side. Let's ditch the Chilling Grasp, which is less good. It's exiled, but we're not going to cast it for madness because we don't have mana, so it's done. On this side, we don't need, well, I guess Choking Restraints is a little bit limited. It costs 8 mana to fully exile a creature. We don't need that at this point, so let's get rid of the Choking Restraints. And that turns on Delirium. Yep, that does turn on Delirium. And let's go into turns. I think we have this on lock. We have so much going on that it's going to be hard to lose. We have Ruthless Disposal on this side and Island on this side. So Ruthless Disposal gives us a chance to fully end whatever creatures are left. Let's play the Plains. We'll play the Island. And then, this has been flipped. We will go ahead into our turn and attack things. The Rancid Rats will kill off the Shrieking Titan Head. The Subjugator Angel and the Ghoulcaller's Accomplice will finish off the Ravenous Brute Head. The Shrill Howler will finish off the Hydra Head, and we'll go ahead and finish off the other Hydra Head with the Briar Bridge Patrol. So everything dies. We will gain 10 life and draw 2 cards. That'll take us to 21. 21. Drawing 2 cards. Here and here. Drawing 2 cards. Here and here. And now we will show 8 cards to see if there are any new heads. Snapping Fang. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a regular Hydra head. Okay, and then let's go ahead and try to get rid of them with Ruthless Disposal. So we're going to cast this for 5, and in addition we will discard a card, which will be this Plains, I guess. And then we will sacrifice a creature as well. We don't need the Ghoul Caller's Apprentice, let's get rid of that. And we will give both these minus 13, which will kill them again, and we will gain 6 more life apiece and draw a card. So that'll take us to needing more dice. What are our dice? Alright, we have more dice. 27 apiece. And draw a card each. There we go. Another Gavinian Hallowed, another Forest. And we will show if there are any more heads in the next 4. 2, Hydra head, 3, and 4. Alright, that is, now we just cast anything else that we want to cast. We have 2 mana here and nothing to cast on this side. On this side we have lots of mana, so let's go ahead and just build bigger and bigger. Groundyard Explorers, which will let us investigate and get a clue. And then an Exulting Cultist. And on this side, no more casts. And we will pass to the Hydra. The Hydra will draw this card. And the head is indestructible until the end of next turn. We'll take 1 damage apiece. And then we will pass back to us. Let's loot. See if we can find a finisher for this last head. We have Borrowed Malevolence and Silver Fur Partisan. I don't think we need all these forests, so we'll ditch that. And on this side, we have a lot of things. I don't think the combat trick is necessary, so we'll ditch that too. Alright, let's untap and draw. I think it's really just a matter of time at this point. Draw, we have a Wretched Gryff on this side and a Dark Weight on this side. Let's see if we can just win right now. So let's go in and attack with, I don't know, Shrill Howler. Seems good. Kill the head, we get 2 life apiece. Go to 28. See if there's 2 more. 1, 2. No more! So the Eldritch Moon decks beat the Hydra fairly handily after some close calls at the early onset and win. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more such videos, hit the subscribe button. This was Refresh. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.